All right, let's try to make this the last chapter. So we have already spoken about how the coder or the developer is raising the PR, doing the checklist, all of those stuff, and also assigning a reviewer to check their code. So ideally, the optimal number of reviewers for a PR should be two, one or two, not more than two, not really needed. Minimum one, and if there's only one, it should be a expert. So if there are two, it should be one expert, maybe one junior developer. So that's how we're going to do it. Now, let's talk about this from a reviewer's point of view. So the reviewer would normally see the PR. When I see the PR as a reviewer, I'm not expecting the WIP to be there because it's a ready PR. I'll go to the files change and I look at the code, what's happening. Which, by the way, as a developer, you should also do this once. Just have a look at the code that you are submitting to the reviewer so that if there are those really basic mistakes, you get rid of them right there and they don't go to the code reviewer and you don't waste their time with these small fixes. Okay. As I said, we need the reviewer to help us, so we make it as easy as possible for them. So the reviewer goes through the code and starts adding comments to them. Something like this. Okay. So now adding comments to a PR is also a whole different topic that we can talk about for hours. But in very quick, what you need to understand is make sure that your comments are polite. You're writing them in a nice way. Using the wrong tone in comments can make the developer really frustrated and it can take the whole process of PR down south, right? So what we are trying to do is the whole process of PR is the reviewer reviewing the code and the reviewer is not reviewing the person in self. So the comment should not be targeting towards the person, it should be targeting towards the code. And it is not an exam that the developer is giving, so it's not a pass and fail thing. We are just trying to review the code and together as a team we are trying to get better output and better product delivered, right? So the whole process of a PR is supposed to be a group activity. It's supposed to be something that all of us come together to produce better code. There are few guidelines, of course, that we have documented all of them. Go through it, please, to understand what are the kind of comments that we expect and how we expect the comments to be. They are a real game changer. Uh, Me, on the other hand, have been known to add a lot of memes to my PRs. I love doing it and it keeps the environment fun. So keep it fun, keep it light. It's a group activity that we do together. Don't make it one more formal thing that everyone has to do. Don't make it a very formal process. Keep it light, and PRs are something where we learn from, not just the developer, a lot of times also the reviewer. For me, when I stopped like coding 100% of my time, code reviews were the only thing that was closest to code for me, and I still was always learning. So PR is a way where we are educating each other, we are learning from each other. It's a process where together as a team we are trying to do really good stuff. So treat it that way. Treat it as a education practice. Treat it where you learn something, no matter if you're the reviewer or the developer. And keep the comments well written. It's okay if you're direct. If you have a good relation with the developer, you can be direct. Just follow all the commenting conventions that we have from our documentation. And yeah, I think also for all the junior developers out there, I think it's also a very important thing that you also start picking up on code reviews early in your development career, because you learn a lot. And which is why I'm also covering the review part of the code review in this tutorials, because all the developers are eventually expected to be reviewers too. And code review is a very important part of becoming better developers. When we start reviewing others' code and start understanding how people actually write code, everyone can have something really new to teach you. And code reviewing, understanding each other's code is a very big part of learning to become a better developer. So start picking up on this responsibility really early. Even if you're not the primary reviewer, try to be the secondary reviewer so that you understand stuff. And also, let me also give you this one fun fact, that code review actually started so that companies could make sure that the code that a developer has written is readable. That was the only reason code review started. And that's probably still 90% of the comments that come on code reviews that change this because this is not readable for some other developer. So the whole reason why code review originally started was to make sure that the code that's written is readable and it works as a tutorial in itself to the next developer who's going to work on it. Which is why code review basically means that if a developer has written a code, have a different set of eyes look at that code just to make sure that, okay, if person B understood this code, then probably everyone else in the company will too. So that was the whole reason why code review started. And eventually it became into this whole group activity where we are solving bugs together, um, having fun, learning from each other. So the whole process is supposed to be fun. It is supposed to be us teaching each other, learning from each other. And yeah, take it as it is and celebrate every merge that you get. Whenever a PR of yours gets merged, celebrate it the way it needs to be celebrated, because it's a big achievement in the technology industry. There, these are our wins, you know. So when a PR of yours gets merged, celebrate it. Thank your reviewer for his or her time, and I think that's pretty much it from my side for you to learn about GitHub, Git, and pull request, code reviews. Everything else is documented in the document, so you all can find it there. Thank you.